Hi everyone, this is Farah. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I make videos on handbags, luxury, style, so if you love that kind of content, you're gonna love it here. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Today's video, as you can see from the title, I'm gonna talk about a recent bag that I unboxed, kind of show it to you and then kind of just tell you my thoughts on it and if I'm planning to keep it or not. So I'll go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna show you the bag. So this is the Fendi Baguette, the Mama Baguette in the double flap. This is a vintage style. So this I bought from The Real just a few days ago and I just recently got it. And this is a little bit different because the style was probably made in like the early 2000s, 2010s, I believe. And this is in the Zucca print, which is a classic Fendi print, so the FFs. This is a canvas material, which is really durable, but it's not coated or anything. It's got the big Fendi emblem right here in silver hardware. This part is leather, this part is leather, and then it's got like, it's almost like little buckles, like almost like belt buckles that you can adjust. You could take off the strap altogether if you wanted. It even says Fendi right over here on this side, and then the other side as well. And then how it looks kind of on the inside is when you open it up, it's a double flap, so you've got this flap right here, and then it opens up into this big wide opening. I've still got my tag on there, but it opens up right inside. It's pretty large, roomy interior. I don't know if you can quite see it there because it's a little bit of like a black hole, but yeah, there it is. And then it's got the Fendi right there. It's got one zip pocket here, and this is kind of the zip pocket right there, the little F's. I love the F's because my name is Farah, so anytime I see the F's, I just love it. And then so this is that little zip, nice zip, but then otherwise just a really large opening. And because this is the Mama Baguette style, it is larger. So one of the things I loved about this bag and why I was super excited about getting it and trying it out is because it's this double flap style, not your classic baguette or even classic Mama Baguette, you can wear it a couple different ways. So a couple things I saw is first you can take it, you can make it really large. Right now I don't have anything in it, but you can make it kind of large and you just put this flap over it just like that. And it kind of makes this like larger bag. I think when you have things in it, you can somehow flatten it a little bit more, but I did see some places where it was kind of styled like that. Another way you can do it is you can put this inside. Now, when I was looking, I did not find many videos of this double flap Mama Baguette style, so that's why I really want to get on here and show you guys, even if I'm not planning to keep this, which is kind of what I'm thinking, because it's kind of interesting. So you can actually fold in both sides, and you can see it kind of looks like just like a little pouch now, which is really cute. It's a nice versatile way to change it up and not even show any of that hardware, large hardware. So then it just, you see just this, and then the opening would be just like that. And then you can even leave one flap tucked in and the other one with the emblem to come out. So then you do make it kind of like a single, just like a single flap, just like that. So that kind of gives it a look a little bit more like the normal Mama Baguette, even though those ones are a little bit down lower and the flap is like rectangular. The Real baguettes, as you probably remember, they're like kind of squarish, like, you know, they're kind of like this style, right? Like, I'm trying to make this, like I'm molding this all different ways, but it's kind of like that. And so, you know, the Real baguettes are a little bit more like this, which I think is cute, but this definitely gives a lot more room. And then I think the way this was meant to be worn is to be the double flap, which gives it a kind of a cool stylized look. I mean, I do like, I think out of all the looks, I think this is my favorite because you do have both those flaps in here. One thing I was surprised about, which I'll be honest, is kind of like one of the big reasons I think I'm gonna send this back, is that I was a little shocked because this wasn't on the listing and there was no way to notice this from the pictures, is a lot of the baguettes, in fact most of the baguettes, have a little square like magnetic, you know, snap kind of mechanism. So you have the little square here, you have the little square here, and you kind of snap it closed and it just gives that extra security, which I just love that in a bag, like that security. And I know this is not gonna move around or flop around. I will say this is pretty substantial and heavy, so it kind of just the weight of it keeps it down. But when I was looking, most, I think from what I saw, has that closure. So I was a little shocked. And initially when I first got this, I was even thinking, is it authentic or not? Because it didn't have that closure, which I was so surprised by. But I did in my research find a few other ones that didn't have it. So I think, that's probably one of the ways it was made. But then a lot of styles like this were also made with it. So I just prefer to have that. And I also was shocked a little bit by, this is my first time with a vintage Fendi, just kind of almost like how a little bit flimsy it feels. I mean, this canvas, because it's not coated, is really light, which is nice to have a light bag. I mean, definitely when you put your stuff in it, you prefer to have something that's lighter, right? But I don't know, I think I wanted a little bit more substance, and I wanted it to feel kind of substantial and feel luxury. But when I hold it, honestly, it feels kind of cheap. Like it just feels like a cheap material bag. Even this leather, it's so light and thin, it just feels cheaper. And since this, I have also felt another vintage Fendi, which kind of have the same feel. So I think that's just how it is. It's just a really light kind of, simple bag. But I don't know. I think when you pay for a luxury designer bag, at least for me, I kind of want it to feel special, and I thought this would be the case when I got this, but it just doesn't. I look at this and I'm like, okay, it's a bag. It's a shoulder bag, which it is exactly what it is. It's a shoulder, bag, a baguette. But it's just not doing it for me. And I love, I still love the idea of the baguette. I mean, the name baguette came from, I guess, because in France, the long breads, the baguettes that carry under their arms. So this bag was also, to be under the arm kind of carry. So I love that. And I love in Sex and the City, all the different variations that this bag comes in. But I think, even though I can't say I'm not a Fendi baguette person, it's probably not my favorite bag, because I do love bags that have a couple of different ways to carry them. Top handle, maybe shoulder or crossbody, long shoulder. And this only has really one way to wear it is shoulder. But I think probably for a Fendi baguette, I'm probably wanting something special, like unique, something in a fun color or design or print. Sometimes they make this leather will be one color, this hardware will be something I've seen it's glitter and sparkles and sequins and beads. There's so many other variations, and I think I'm probably want something that just kind of wows me, and this unfortunately doesn't. I hate to say it, but it doesn't. But when I was looking, I could not find barely any reviews or anything about the vintage Mama Baguette style, especially in this double flap. So I hope for anybody who's looking at this, because it is a good bag. It's definitely a good bag. It's just not wowing me, but if you're interested, it's a nice, very easy grab and go kind of bag, which is kind of what it's meant to be. But I think I just want something a little bit more special. So let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the Fendi baguette in general, and especially this one? Do you guys own any Fendi baguettes? And if so, how many, and what styles? Is it vintage or the current ones? And also, do you think that snap closure kind of thing would be a deal breaker for you, or would you be okay with this? Because I feel like that kind of really just shocked me that wasn't there. But yeah, I'd love to know if you guys own a Fendi baguette, and if so, what does it look like? So thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see you back in my next video. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.